So this is the human Starship. Above us there is a huge layer of electrohydroplasma shield. That's super blue. Right up there. And of course we got the reflection of the sun. Really amazing stuff. Somehow it gets in here through a hole perhaps. So Starship means, Starship has several meanings. Starship would mean a ship which got a star, like literally has a soul, a sustaining ability of it as well, the sharing ability of it as well, but it also has the others, and it comes to taking it too. So it's a self-sustained environment completely, just like the Orion Starship or the Orion star system or the Orion belt, depending. It's really amazing. So that's one meaning of a starship. Another meaning of starship is technically everything around us which got life energy in it. In other ways to put it, everything has a spark of God in it, which apparently had a manifestation, like a physical manifestation, then or as well as a psychological manifestation of some type, some kind, some type, somehow. That's the other meaning, that's the second meaning of the starship. So everything around us, what is alive, is technically a star. A star. Now here comes the third, that's number 3, the Saint Trinity. There's a deep connection between Saint Trinity as well as the starship. Of course, of course, everybody knows that. That's very obvious. With the 5 elements. Now, here comes, out of the first as well as the second meaning, here comes the third meaning. Starship also means that you are technically among all beings as well as every other beings. Got a starship like Hollywood stars got a starship. Like you are literally an ambassador. You are an Earthian ambassador as a living being across the entire universe, everywhere. So remember, we go into the universe in a way, as well as in a way, the universe goes through us as well, also, in a way. This is the earthiest friendly way, one of the friendliest earthian way what we are experiencing today. Even though we all know that it could be so much more pleasantful, so much more like really soothing for our human soul qualities. As you can see, today I am prepared to go into the garden. This is where I will continue my way of life over here at the beautiful highland. We got a gorgeous fig tree, it's filled with figs all the time, like literally. Yeah. I think we all would love to share it with others too, in one way or another. So I will be actually setting up a website which will be called Island or Island Care. and then partially of that where I am right now at the highlands. This will be the first this is where it will be established. That way to put it. So this is really awesome news for me. I will focus in doing what I'm doing in my everyday life with other folks, from delivering to things for them if they need anything around here. Since I'm living here, I got a scooter too, so we could also do deliveries in between the highlands or outside the highlands. That's very exciting. And then I'm gonna do handyman or maintenance work, making sure that everything what folks need help with and I will able to handle as a helper, as a friend. Then I come, I do it, and then it will probably be a non-profit organization by donation. That's my it deserves that. So everything about it will belong to Goodwill. Today I will continue. As you can see, I went a bit more further this way. So as a Starship, one of the applications, one of the most enjoyable part also to be a human star and have that ship that also ships and delivers and hopefully good qualities to everyone else around the universe. That's how I can see this. Somehow energies go through. There are 5 main zones, so 4+1 zones of this universe as well, and it's really amazing how they are interconnected in their own ways, as way they are. And then there are of course the bridges in between. So today I will focus on continuing to develop this area. Of course I will continue digging. And the good news, I already spread something down there, I don't know what it is, I will remember if I don't think about it. So the good news is today I will be planting things, like I am only consuming plants, or minerals or vitamins, so nothing animalistic. I don't want to give anything animalistic to my human cells to feed them. That's not my intention. So I'm trying to stick with it. Of course it isn't easy to avoid the type of pollutions which are causing every others and so on, but it is possible. There is a will, there is a way. I think if William, the next king of England, if he would hear this, he would love this saying because it has will. So when there is a will, there is a way. Precisely by that quality of nature as the will is in getting expressed. So, what's important today? Thanks God it's Friday. I think a lot of people agree with it. It's a day of freedom. Freedom Day today. Yesterday was Thor's Day. The day of Thor. The legendary Viking. Everybody loves Thor. Everybody loves Eric the Viking as well. Which is a beautiful word. So today what I have here is, this is technically, I think many people will realize what is this. If not yet, then I'm going to take some stuff out of it. Yummy stuff. Now this pepper soaking in that, I think there is a white onion, or a couple of white onions too, soaking in some sort of juice. Probably it's close, but I'm still licking my lips. It's kind of weird. I can see how, I can smell how smelly it is from here. Yeah. So, what I'm trying to say, probably because I didn't eat much yet. Here is a beautiful tomato. It's too soft for me. I won't consume this anymore. I'll show you exactly why. These tomatoes, the bulb inside is fleshy and it's just perfect to be planted. These tomatoes here, this one, that one, those, they look like planets, eh? Or at least look like the moon or the sun. They're also round. Look like they are. So these are beautiful tomatoes around here. Gorgeous tomatoes. They grew out of like this one. I just literally opened this up, divided in like, probably gonna divide it into eight pieces with seeds, and just put into 8 different places, not too far from each other. They love each other. They're getting along really well. I don't know what this will be, but it looks really nice. So we're gonna keep this. Yellow goes with that color. They might. Oh, that's an arugula. These are super delicious, so tasty and everything. I don't know what is this gorgeous one, but probably it's a good one too. It has this amazingly shaped. That's how it closed, I believe, and then it opens up like that. It's amazing. Wow, what a design! Wow. Could give new ideas to housing, all that kind of good stuff. What else we got there? You got some chamomile flowers. Now this is actually only these 2 beds what I maintain. So it's not a, I mean I do my best, you know. This is very enjoyable. This is one of the most enjoyable times in my everyday routine. Almost every day, depends, you know. Sometimes things need a little bit more attention, and then we try to catch up. Okay, let's put this over here. Beautiful tomato. What else we got over here? Now, probably by now everybody already figured out what's this, right? What is this? Yep, kitchen compost. If I would have a kitchen, but in this case it's just a compost. I'm not complaining, it's fine. I got privacy, and that's you can see how more productive will I become as we progressing with this. With these blissful times, luckily I was able to share with the world. Luckily, hopefully, a lot of other people are able to share what they are loving doing, as well as it is it is fulfilling the human purpose of human nature, which is to sustain it. To sustain it, that means protect it, support it, everything, nourish it, flourish it, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, everybody knows what is this. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say that it may look a little bit different for many people, depending on who you ask. It's not a bad size. I'm just talking about the leftover cucumbers. So this will be planted. Probably I'm gonna cut up pieces, or cut it up, rip it off, open it up, you know. These are already a little bit soft, so I will have an easy time opening them up. Oh, let's look what's around here. Shells. They could go right under the seeds, or under the layer of, like, I would put down these on the very bottom. These are shells of avocado shells. and then some little bit of soil on the top of it, or some soil, actually more than enough soil, and then for the seeds to develop and all that, and then because they will be a good water catcher. Catch the water, you could stop the water a little bit to feed the plant. Here are the candidates. These are the I don't know which one I will use it for. I know that tomatoes really love water, so probably tomatoes, but looks these guys will not have a problem to just start growing out of the soil. These guys will not have any problem. Like, look at this. That was, I think, a partial of leftover onion, and those are the other guys. Probably like something like this, including these fellas. Yeah, I know in a way they are probably got in a way, they also got feelings and everything what comes with nature. Again, all beings are energetic, physical as well as psychological. Okay, luckily most of the plants are rooted, so they will not come and complain about each other being eaten. They will not trouble me too much, hopefully. Okay, let's see what's in here. This is another little thing. But this is how it goes technically. I take a look at my I found a treasure. Yeah, this is a treasure mine. Just by doing this, you can technically just by saving, you very few people really consumes the root area of things. But these grow amazingly, like this. Okay, I'm gonna start storing them out later. This is it for today. I don't want to really make a long video because I pretty much explained what I wanted to explain about the Starship, how everything good, what is humanly good, is safely, peacefully recyclable. We gotta reorganize a little bit. We need support. Of course, they won't do it by themselves, but actually maybe they would. They're not bothered. But if we don't consume them, then something else will. Another thing about the Starship, what I need to mention is back to in Egypt, to the Egyptian pyramids, but they are of course all over, very similar, all over the world. They are very similar. Usually they also used the minerals to build them, what they had around them. So if somebody formed the pyramids right in place, no problem. It was they only knew how to blow sand. They knew. They are amazing people. They used fabricated curved out or clad, what do you call those, pipes, and they already knew how to either use turbines, wind turbines, as well as water turbines. They were just incredible people. Anyhow, they make that area along. They actually the Nile, which is in English, it's not really a good thing. So if somebody has a denial, usually I say, hey, the denial is not here, it's in Egypt. Okay, but let's get back to the actual beautiful river. That beautiful river, they actually made that beautiful river. Those civilizations, those Egyptian civilizations down at Egypt and Gaza and in all of these areas, all the way to Morocco, the Sahara is filled up, especially underneath it, everything, whatever existed there, including the waste of oceans, the crystals on the ceiling in the caverns. It's an incredible place. The remainings of cities, and cities as big as, oof. But let's get back to reality today, what we are talking about right now. is the remainings of the civilizations, because of course they also went through effects, intergalactic effects with the planet, what marked its characteristics, left its characteristics here. Its energy signature, then that energy signature manifested to physical things and then the psychologies and the beings, beings in the time being. So what I'm trying to say is it is very, very, very necessary to do our part when it comes to our obligations and right for human nature, to sustain human nature. So we go along, I would suggest humankind, if according to human rights, humankind, just by sustaining human nature, should get so much income, source of income, that if I really see according to the prices today, it should be at least $24,000 per month every time when you look at your account every month. That should be on your account monthly. $24,000 monthly, according to the prices what we got today. So, and all the criteria about getting the financial support, one criteria is to be and that's the legally interpretation of the in the human rights when it comes to having the rights for economic assets, your own, and more than enough you need, and so on. Now imagine an account that every month, no matter how much you got on it, will go to $24,000. That's the least amount anyone needs in this civilization to actually feel like they are free. And for freedom, that's probably in the first chapter in human rights law. It's a right. It's an obligation as well as a right. Now, of course, compared to that, the planet is messed up as is for most of the folks, and for most of the folks, because they have so much more, as much others have less, is messed up too. So I'm trying to say it's easy peasy. How to we just gotta do it while it's right. Now back to the Starship. The Starship inside the pyramid is also full of it. Not human natured and not human nature friendly things, beings, intellectual properties, energetic properties, and they're all getting projected into the ether. Up there, right? It's huge. It looks like a huge. What is that called? Eagle. So I think that's pretty awesome. As long as you didn't poo in the air. No. So I'm trying to say, I'm allergic to animals, but everybody is, and everything is, well, not animalistic originally. It is, they are, we are. It shows. You can hear it, you can see it, you can feel it. It's easy to tell. Anyhow, let's get back to the reality. So, what we need to do in order to get, destiny is written in the stars. It's written in the skies. Like literally, the spirit, what comes through something. The type of spirit by quality of nature will have physical manifestation, exactly in the way it is. Now these projectors, they're not only projecting because they also delivering heat energy and blocking heat energy, but in a way they are projecting frequencies. And I'm not only talking about the pyramids over here right now, full of it, on the walls with writings about bugs and beach bug nature, causes beach bug nature. And then they pretty much describe everything what we have today in our civilizations in a certain style, but it is exactly everything is the same, like body of nature. And it's over there, all described. There are pyramids, of course, like in Mexico. One is describes the cancer, describes the gut cancer, and somebody is actually growing bugs inside of them, hybrid natured beings inside of their bellies and guts and whatnot, and large intestine. So what I'm trying to say is it's all real. Cancer has been not only visually described and curved into the main wall of one of the pyramids in the Mayas. I think it's in the Mayan area. But literally it was everything what is there, what type of cancers are existing, where, why. That was just the main one with the parasite actually. And let's be honest, most folks who got bellies from consuming animals, like that big one and those and whatnot, unfortunately, those little viruses, from bacteria, like bacteria poo, animal poos, bacteria, human poo, or viruses, and then they just recycle until they manifest into something where there is life force energy. So they do the same thing inside of people. So from consuming animals, there will be animal nature implanted and manifested and carried, and until it is not removed and safeguarded, so it will not get back in. There are tons of bugs and animals living inside of people. They are technically hosting hybrids, other ways to put it, not animals, not humans, hybrids. In many cases, it means exactly the same as alien. Exactly the same. You look at the Yeti, easy to tell, that's some kind of a humanoid in a way or another. Yeah, be mutated, and but in a way, of course, something else different happened. In like some way, he got acidified, like externally pretty badly, I could say, if I look at the Yeti. But internally, with the psychological powers and whatnot, or E.T., I meant to say E.T., not Yeti. Yeti is another story. that's not entirely an alien. We have lots of Yetis. Back to E.T. E.T. So E.T. is obviously a hybrid. And if you look at any alien movies, if you look at any of them from this intergalactic neighborhood especially, they look a lot like humans. Just as much they are also humans by behaviors, and as much as they are by energetic qualities. Combine the two, you got the psychological qualities. It's pretty amazing stuff. But of course, there is a way to keep all of that great, just pleasantfully suitable. I think that's the word. Because when something is really suitable, it really feeling pleasantful, feeling at ease, relaxed, zen, centered, at ease, calm. And also in the time being, you are, of course, aware of everything around you. Your awareness is just as good as the well-being of your neurological system. So if your nerves are clean because your bloods are clean and your cells are clean, then you can pretty much relate to anything around you with neurological systems much easier with this human design, Almost a humanly designed, with this human design, with this human neurological system design. Okay, here you are. So it's pretty incredible. Yeah, it's just light in there in your nerves, just pure light. That's the better case. But for that, of course, the pure light, it needs to be present without anything else everywhere else too. Now imagine all of those layers that are inside the human biological system or any other biological systems. If all the layers are capable of any like activations together in harmony, like in balance, in really good, like perfect balance. Imagine that. Can you imagine that? Like everywhere you see happy beings. You know that the human soul quality is coming through them in every ways, which are obviously just like the qualities of heaven's united magical angels, who are godlike. That means humanly creative. There's a beautiful big bug. Hey, don't be shy. It's a little one down there. No, the big one. Another big one. Yes, you're beautiful too. Yeah. Now they probably wanna be on camera. Okay. So I think everybody knows what I'm trying to say. So godlike means humanly creative. Angelic means humanly protective. Among humans, for humans. That's the basic. Psychological, overallly psychological behavior. And that applies to everything, because when talking about life, we are really just talking about, again, a spark of God. We are just really, again, talking about a soul, in a way. You know? Shell in the ghost, or ghost in the shell. It depends on who you're asking. Hey, I love you. Wish you a beautiful day. I hope everybody is doing well. I am looking for a very long day, as you can tell. And this is just one little thing what I like to do, like to accomplish today down here. And then we'll see how well everything will go afterwards. Lovely day for everyone.